Hello, it's Pearlo Wisdom, and you're listening to Pearlo's NHL, or Rico and Pearlo's. I can't even get the beginning of the title right this time. Rico and Pearlo's House of Exotic Hymes NHL Picks Frolic. And not having a terrible day. I didn't get to props today. Believe it or not. By the way, Hymes Body Lube, it's the best there. I said it. Finest body lube in the land. Don't let anybody tell you different. And apparently, people have been not having our Hymes salve that we sent out to Christmas because what do they call that? There's a name for it, but I call it salve that we've been sending out for Christmas because Dre has COVID, it sounds like. His wife has COVID, it sounds like. And Rico and his wife has COVID. And guess what? My wife has COVID. That is the reason why. And notice I'm here talking to you right now. I don't have COVID. I don't have any illnesses. Why? Why is that? 14 naps a day. That's why. 14 naps a day keeps the doctor away. And of course, Hymes Body Lube for sure. A well soaking of Hymes every day keeps the doctor away. I don't know if Dre's been doing that, but my guess is not. And also, let's not forget, pants-free living. Carolina didn't Anderson? What do you mean? Didn't get rid of Anderson? Is that what you're asking me? I don't know. I had the over in that game, and I pushed. So, and I had Pittsburgh team total over thanks to somebody in the chat yesterday. Okay. Caroline, all of these guys had their flu shot. All of these. I don't know how many of the other, actually, I don't know who had, I know my wife had 3 COVID shots. 3 COVID shots. She's a nurse. And she's got COVID again. I got a shot. Didn't have 3, just had 1. Caroline had a shot, and then she got COVID, had 2 shots, and now she has COVID again. I'm not saying it has anything to do with the shots, nothing like that. I don't care. All I know is I don't get sick, and that's because I have 14 naps a day. I have Hymes Body Lube regularly, and what's that? Why am I always forgetting this? Oh, yes, Hymes Vapor Rub. Hymes Vapor Rub, not Vicks Vapor Rub, although that's fine too, but Hymes Vapor Rub. Naps are the key. And Rich knows this. This is the reason why Rich never gets sick. Also because he takes his flu shots or what have you, but he believes in pants-free living. Pants-free living, my friends. It is, if you do those 3 things, Hymes yourself daily. You can do the Vapor Rub if you wish. Hymes constantly, all the time, regardless of the flavor, doesn't matter. No chafing in the land. 14 naps a day and pants-free living, and you will not get sick. You will not get the COVID or anything like that. I am not in any way not supporting having flu shots or COVID shots or anything like that. Those are wonderful too. Don't get me wrong. But those 3 things on top of those, and you will not get sick. I never, ever, ever get sick. Ever. I haven't had a flu since like the 90s. Seriously. Yeah. Yeah, could very well be. I'm sure. I'm sure the flu is fantastic. I mean, anybody who's anti-vaccine, Let's remember polio. Let's remember all kinds of stuff. I'm not anti-vaccine by any stretch at all. I'm just saying that do that and do what Rich, of course, does as well. Pants-free living. I don't know. I don't know if Rich has reached the 14 nap a day ratio, but 14 naps a day, which takes time. I have to admit, you really have to be disciplined to hit your 14 naps a day. That's fine. But if you're reaching that point, you will. And of course, Hymes, tons of Hymes. So the Habs, did the Habs win? Because I had the Habs. The Habs won. The Habs won in overtime. Yes, buddy. I had the Habs in the draw. So I'll go now and look at what we had for yesterday. I had the Islanders money line in regulation, which is kind of getting a little bit worrisome here. They're on the Islanders are killing off a penalty. If you remember yesterday, I liked the Islanders quite a bit. But now they're killing off a 4-minute penalty. So I'm not loving it as much as I did before. Remember yesterday, I had the Maple Leafs. And I tweeted it out. You can check it out. Even after the injuries, I said the Leafs will probably win this one. And they did. I had the Canadians and the draw yesterday. Remember this? Remember this. Go back and look at it if you don't believe me. Remember when I said my gut said that Pittsburgh was going to win this game? Remember that? Remember that. Because I get the reason why I'm saying this is I have a tons of people saying, "Oh, do you keep tabs? Do you keep of all your picks or blah 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 blah?" It's right here. You want to watch it? Watch it. Don't come down and Twitter me or say anything to me about whether my picks are real or anything, and you don't even watch the show. You watch the show. I got 14 naps a day to get into a day. I don't have time to be sitting there tabulating every freaking pick that I have. I said Pittsburgh yesterday was a gut feeling, a gut. And I had the over, which pushed. And I don't know who it was, and I wish I would have wrote this down, but they had me on the team total over for Pittsburgh. It was them, not me. I took it. Team total over for Pittsburgh. Liked it. Now thinking about it, I still don't really know why I liked Pittsburgh in that spot. I mean, Hurricanes were 3 games in 4 nights, but sometimes it's just a gut. So the Flyers Canucks, if you remember, I have the Flyers money line. I have the over 5.5, and I have the draw in that game. So I went Flyers -1 just to make sure. And if you remember, Mr. Rich from Band City was the one that put me on the Flyers, not me. This is all Rich, because notice Rich from Band City. Rich knows his Vancouver Canucks, man. That was Tim with the team total over. There you go. See, we're working together. We have a community here. It's the Hymes community. We all there's no chafing. So we're able to live life free and clearly, pants-free living, for as many naps a day as we can get into. See how it works? How we hit everything when we do the things that the universe tells us to do? That's how it works. And I'm on the Flyers today because Rich made it very clear to me, and Rich knows his Canucks better than anybody. I mean, literally anybody in the land. If Rich is going against the Canucks, you go against the Canucks. What's your percentage? Like 92% accuracy rate or something like that? So, yeah, I'm on the Flyers, and I am a little bit on the draw because I'm giving some respect to a great coach there in Vancouver. I still think he's a fantastic coach in Adam Foote. And I think they're going to be up for this game, and it could come close. I'm also on Vladar over saves. Now, that is not a Rich play. That's a me play because I still think Vancouver's going to get a lot of shots on net. I think Vladar is going to save them, and it's 22.5, and that's not bad. I think it'll go back and forth here. Should have. Let's see if I'm wrong, and I should have been on Demko over saves, but I took Vladar. I think they both might go over their saves, to tell you the honest truth. So tomorrow, I am on the Ice Guys at noon Eastern, and I wasn't going to come on today. You played Demko over saves. All right. Well. I don't disagree with that either. I do think that Vancouver's going to get a lot of shots, though, and Vladar is going to save them. I don't think this is going to be all Demko here. Maybe I should put both, because that is one of the finest in the land there, JD, who knows everything about everything. So I should probably put some on both, because I was thinking about taking both. Tippett 10 shots on goal. Really? I didn't even know that. I didn't get into shots on goals and props today. Like I said, my wonderful, lovely, amazing wife has COVID. She's a nurse and she got COVID. So I've been catering to her needs, going off here and there and everywhere, trying to get all the things that I need to make her comfortable for the next couple days, because and I'll tell you this right now, she does not get 14 naps a day. She doesn't abide by pants-free living. She does a lot of Hymes, though. I'll give her that. Hymes she's good with, but she doesn't do those two things. So we got 11 games tomorrow, and they're tough because the lines are absolutely ridiculous. Oh, my gosh. I don't even know what I'm going to do with them. I just took a peek at them. I haven't totally looked at them. Kemper is coming back for the Kings. Just looking at some news that came out. William Karlsson won't be healthy for the Olympics. Maybe Austin Matthews is it. Did Tavares get over his shots? Now I haven't even looked. I've been so busy today taking care of the little lady. I did have Tavares over shots. Did he get over his shots? That's one. Well, that's one prop I did have. Tavares over shots. I imagine they got 30. He's the number one center. You would think he would get over his shots here. And he did not. He only got 2. So I didn't get that one. Man, McMahon got. I had him for a gold. He didn't get it, but that's all right. I know. How is that? Number one center playing against him. But that's hockey. Didn't have a lot on it. I did have the Maple Leafs, though. I stuck with them. I said that I would stick with them. In my tweet that I sent out, I thought even with all those injuries, I still like him. New Jersey can't score. Sheldon Keefe is a horrible coach, and that's the reason why they can't score, because they play not to lose rather than playing to win. And I blame the coach for that. You can't do that over and over and over again and the coach not have some sort of, like, I don't know, maybe I'm wrong, but they're playing not to lose. And these are NHL players. And over time, that's your job as a coach. If you see a trend where a team is playing not to lose, unless you're doing something philosophically to help them play like that, and you can't change it, that's your job. That is your job. And he sucks as a coach. So I'm not even surprised at all that that's what he does. I'm on protein shakes like crazy right now. Canada up 3-0 versus Denmark right on. So let's look at the games here. I'm pretty, oh, wait, I'm going to send the link, but I'm pretty positive that Exotic won't be in today, but I said I would send the link, so I might as well do that. In fact, I already did. There's no way. And I'll share this out to the land on the YouTube there. How come the live is not popping up? Oh, there we go. No, it's not it. How come the live is not popping up on me? Oh, maybe that's why. Maybe try it again. Kane just got smoked by Sealer in a fight. Oh, I got to turn that on too. I can watch that. So I got Philly in the over in this game. A little bit on the over, more on Philly. I'm trusting you, Mister. Vancouver's got 2 shots first in the period, and also I have Vladar over saves. So we're going head to head with Mister. Live. How come my live's not showing up on here? There we go. I found it. Okay. Oh yeah. Thank you. 28 likes yesterday. I was all verklempt. Couldn't believe it. 28 likes. My gosh. Unbelievable. Thank you very much, my friends, for your 28 likes yesterday. That's one short of a record. 29 is our record. And I'm not even, it's not about like the amount of likes I get. I assume that if you like the show, that you like the show. And the fact that 28 people like this show to me is like amazing, amazing. So thank you very much for that. Also, I had 2 shares on Twitter for this too, sharing out to the land. That is even cooler because not only do you like it and you hit the like button, I imagine everybody that shares it, you like it so much that you want other people to see it. And that makes me all warm and fuzzy in my insides, my friends. I'll tell you, I can't tell you enough. It's awesome. Thank you very much for that. I must have a big family. I can't remember why you're saying that, but actually, not so much. All right, let's get this out to land because there's some people that forget. I know there's some people that forget that I'm on right now. I know it's hard to believe, but there are people that do. Go like that. No, I'm going to go like this. Okay. So far, Vancouver has 4 shots. So Vladar over 22.5 is looking pretty good. It's weird because I'm on the Flyers, but I'm on Vladar over shots. So this is a fun way to play. This is a fun way, right? You're rooting for Vancouver to shoot, but you're rooting for Vladar to save them, and you're rooting for the Flyers to win. Oh, what an emotional cocktail that I like to do to myself. Um, so, all right, I'll look at the picks for today and see how they went. Um, Talked about it a little earlier, but Islander. Oh shoot, I didn't like that. 2-2 Blackhawks right now. I have the Islanders money line in regulation in that game. I did have Islanders first period, but Lardis got another goal. Though. Good for you, my friends. Let's see what else happened in that game. See, it was Richie and Horvat. I told you, take Horvat for a goal last night. I had Horvat for a goal. If you don't believe me, go listen to it because they have no forwards, they have no centers there, so he was great. But yes, Chicago's come back and tied it up. Vancouver just scored. I don't like that. I don't like that, but I do like the fact that they got 7 shots so far. And I do like the fact that there's a goal because I also have the over in the game. See how fun it is when you're a high volume player? So I got to sweat out the Islanders and Blackhawks at 2-2, and I didn't take the draw. So, yeah. But I did have Mr. Horvat for a goal, which I mentioned last night. The Canucks have 8 shots. I have the Flyers. Not liking it so far since the Flyers don't have any shots on goal yet. So my look on this was simply because I thought the Flyers are going to play really hard for Tocchet, but I do love Foot. I got a little bit on the draw here. I do love Foot. I love the way he gets his players playing. Vancouver's on a back-to-back. I'm hoping the Philly's a better second period team, so I'm not a little worried yet. Maple Leafs versus Devils. I talked about it last night. I thought this was a Leaf spot. Got a little scared when I found out everybody was injured, but it's that next man up stuff right there. And I had Tavares over shots, though, and he didn't get it. I thought for sure, being on the top line, that he might get that. Now that I think about it, though, he had to take care of Hughes and Hunt. And he had to take care of Hughes, so might not have been the best bet that I could have took. McMahon got a goal there. We had the last night. What did I say? I just slightly lean the Canadians. However, I did have the over in this game, and I didn't get it. But I did have the Canadians. Did put a little bit on it, and I did have the draw. I just thought it was going to be a 3-3 draw. And it wasn't. It was a 2-2 draw. So not too bad there. And Penguins, had a gut feeling about the Penguins and put some on that, but also had the over, and that pushed. So I ended up green on that game. Canucks on the power play now. Yeah, now you're nervous, Rich. Now you're nervous. I can't blame you. I took the pick, and if I lose the pick, I lose the pick. That's my play. That always bugs me when people say that. Oh, I listened to this person, and it's like act like it's their fault because you took the pick. No, you took the pick. Simple as that. If you took the pick, You take the pick. That's your pick, not their pick. Because there's many times you can listen to someone and then go, I agree or disagree or whatever the case may be. Or if you rely on a person, I'll continue to rely on Rich when it comes to Vancouver because he's usually pretty much bang on every time. All right, with my so the little lass being ill, I should probably get into the card tomorrow. It's 11 it's 11 game card. I will be on the ice, guys, at 12 o'clock tomorrow. So I should probably get this done a little earlier if I can. Unfortunately, I was hoping that I would have more time to look at the games. I did look at the lines though, and I'm telling you, I already don't like them. These lines are cray tomorrow. You're looking at just before New Year's. The first game with the Rangers in Washington is a day game, and tomorrow is what? Tomorrow is Wednesday. So we don't have the day game JD never go over thing going on here. But if you look at this game to start off with, first of all, let's get the lay of the land. And I miss my buddy Dre for this. 9 shots for Vancouver already. Is Vancouver going to wake up here? Is Philly going to wake up at all here? 10 shots. I'm going to get that 22.5 before the end of this period by the looks of it. And I never thought that. Wednesday. Day game on a Wednesday. It's New Year's. We get the Rangers on the road, Washington at home. Washington has been sucking like a son of a bitch. One thing I will say is I'm going to start looking more at. I'm going to take trends less than my storylines and guts and all of that stuff like that. I've got this year where I've got in trouble more than anything has been focusing too much on trends. And I'm not really a trend better. So I don't know why I got too involved with trends, but for some reason I kind of did. So I'm going to look at more at storylines here on what's going on with so Washington is on an instant revenge game here where they got slaughtered by Washington. I believe that was just before Christmas, by the Rangers just before Christmas, 7-3. And they actually were played pretty well, and then it just all fell apart in the third period, and the Rangers got like empty net goals and all of that kind of stuff. The score didn't really tell you much about what it was that happened in that game. But we're sitting with the Washington team that has only won 3 times in their last 10 games. This is a Washington team that usually does struggle before breaks, but not quite often after breaks. However, they lost 5-3 to the Florida Panthers and 4-3 to New Jersey back on the 29th, which is now it's going to be 31st tomorrow. So they have a little 2-game road trip, and then they're coming back home for 1 game, and then they're back out to play Ottawa after that. That is this? It's not 3 games. They should have plenty of rest here. It's a revenge game. Problem is Thompson hasn't been playing very well. That's one of the biggest problems here, and I think it's also because their defense hasn't been playing well. But that's usually the case when the goaltender struggles. Thompson has let in 4-3-6. Or sorry, 4-3-6-4. His last 4 starts. In net for the Rangers, I imagine will be Shesterkin here, although he's had 4 straight starts, but a couple of them were one of them was before the break. It's not unusual for him to have 3 straight starts in a row, so I wouldn't be surprised if that's the case here. The Rangers, of course, have lost their last 2 games, 3-2 to Carolina and 2-0 to the Islanders. So neither one of these teams are in the greatest forms in the world. The Islanders the Rangers have only won 4 games in their last 6, 1 game in their last 4. And are just kind of up and down right now. There's a lot of draws in there, and they are playing Florida after this. On the road, they're going to Florida after this game on January 2nd. Now, that's a few days away, so I don't know if you can look at that as a look-ahead spot. But usually when you're going to play the Stanley Cup champions, it's a bit of a look-ahead spot. So let's look at the line. Minus 155 for the Capitals. I kind of agree with this number. But as it stands right now, I think you can only look at the over in this game. Lost to Carolina on the 29th. Haven't been able to score except for against Washington. That's the only time they've really been able to score. It's a day game. You're that short on Thompson right now that you're going to take a Rangers team that can't score to go team total over 2.5? Yeah, I know it's crazy. I'm glad I took Demko over, but my gosh, this is horrible. This is a team. Interesting scenario here with Philadelphia coming out flat like this. I said that I love Foot. But Philadelphia, I thought, was in a look-ahead spot against Seattle before this game. They haven't had a single shot on goal. What the heck is going on with this team here? Did they take them lightly? I know one of the things, I don't know. Like they look done. They look like they were, I don't know what's going on. They're not even moving Philly. Hi, Ryan Fedor. How you doing, my friend? Yeah, it is. And Philadelphia is maybe worst. So going back to this game, am I leaning to a draw? Okay, I'm going to go back to my gut. My gut says this is a revenge game. Washington played well against Florida. They're heading off to Ottawa after this. They've been home for a couple of days to prepare for this game. My gut says Washington, but I'm really not sure how to bet it. They did play well against Florida. Like, eventually this Washington team's got to come around here. I don't trust the Rangers. I think the Rangers are a bad team with a good coach. Oh, there we go. Philly tied it up. First shot on goal. Boom. No Cates. Right on. That's gotta suck. Dominate the first period. Oh, and it's mostly because Ogren tried to block the shot. Oh, that's gotta hurt. Man, that's gotta hurt. I don't like the total in the first period. I gotta timestamp this. I get in trouble for not timestamping. I gotta timestamp. And I got the show tomorrow, so I gotta figure out what I want. I'm really on the fence on this one. I need help, guys. Help me out. Help me out. Help me out here. Rangers versus Capitals. Both of these teams are not in good sorts. Shesterkin has been playing well, but still been losing. Maybe I'm going to go with Shesterkin over saves again. I think that might be the best bet here. I can't do that with Thompson. New York Rangers are not an over first period team. Or Washington. Neither one of these teams are an over first period team. 11, 12, and 0 on the road. Last 10. 4, 6, and 0. 4, 6, and 0. Eight, 8, and 4. This is like shaping up like a real draw game. New York Rangers not. New York Rangers are pretty damn good in the first period. Oh, could be Lindgren, yeah. Could be Lindgren. Are they going to play them against the Rangers? When they got Ottawa the next day? See, this is a weird spot for both teams, too. The Rangers played. Oh, they're on the 5th game of a road trip. That's what I'm missing here. The Rangers are on a 5th game of a road trip they played. Yeah, this is. And not only that, they went from St. Louis home to Philadelphia before the break. Oh, but it was before the break, so it's actually only a 3. Nashville played Washington just before. Islanders, Carolina, so it's a 3rd game of this trip, and then they got Florida right after. And then they go home again after that. Rangers are 1975 on the road. They're a better road team, but there hasn't been a better road team for a while. Could be lingering. I don't think they're going to go with the. This one's got me thinking, man. This might be the biggest thinking game I got. Thompson played 2 games in a row. Beat New Jersey 4-3. Lost to Florida. And they're going to Ottawa after this. Ottawa is going to be playing Allmark. Don't really care about that game quite as much. And then they come home to play Chicago and Anaheim. See, there's several spots where you can put in lingering here. I'm leaning Washington. I just don't know how to bet it. Couple road games. Minus 155. Could they both put in the backup here? I wonder if they could both put in the backup here. I wonder if they could just do a shake hand, both put in the backup here. Goaltenders. Rangers. Rangers haven't played quick, okay. They got Florida next. I could see Quick going in here, my friends. Because if you play Shesterkin again here, and then you play him against Florida, I could see Quick being in here. And then they go home and play Shesterkin against Utah and Buffalo. Oh yeah, I think it's Quick. Allmark on leave of absence. Ah, yes, right. They're probably going to play Lindgren against Ottawa because Allmark is not. They're working with their backup with Carolina. So my play here so far is Shesterkin over saves. Yeah, I gotta think Washington's going to be coming out hard here, and the last game they played was like way over. I think this is just going to be a tight game. I'm going to take Washington on the revenge. But how am I going to play the minus 155 there? I think it's probably an under. How am I going to play this? I think it's going to be an under. My lean is at least under 6.5. What's the total here? Total's 5.5. So they believe it's going to be an under 2. Shit. Washington will probably come out the hardest here after getting fucking slammed against the Rangers the last game. Both teams are on 2 losses. Man, I don't like to play. Okay, 1 loss against Florida. Minus 155. I think I'm just going to take the Capitals money line. Capitals -1. That's what I'm going to take. Capitals -1. That'll bring me up to, yeah, that'll bring me up to about plus 110. I'm going to put a little bit on the draw. Washington coming off. That's what I like. Capitals -1. I mean, looking at the lineups, like, I can't stand it. I don't even know how I think Sullivan is doing one hell of a job with this fucking lineup, to tell you the honest truth. My gosh, there's not much in this lineup. The fact that they're even close. Oh, Adam Fox is coming back. But it's his first game back. Actually, I'm going to stick to this. Okay. It's taken me, I think, 4 years or 5 years of capping. And I did it with the Leafs today. It's taking me this long to realize that when you get a big name get back like that, like when you get Adam Fox, your captain or your best defenseman or your best forward, all the other players take a sigh of relief and they suck every single time. So I am taking the Capitals. I'm going to take the team total over here. I think this is going to be a sigh of relief game for I needed to see that. Actually, isn't that weird that I needed to see Fox coming in the game to really get behind this play? Oh, look at that. Rich, bet against the team, getting that. I totally agree with you. Rich, you probably have figured this out long before me, so that's what I'm doing. I'm going to take Capitals money line or -1 and money line split. A little bit on the draw. It's probably a terrible price. You might have to look around to find out a price the way things are going right now. Plus 310. And I'm going to go with the team total over. I think this defense is going to suck ass because they got Fox back. So the 3.5 is plus 115. So I imagine team total over 3 will be about minus 130. Maybe minus 120, something like that. Team total over 3. Somewhere around there. Yeah. So that's what I'm taking for that game. I forgot to timestamp it. Son of a bitch. I'm going to say I've been talking about this game for quite a bit. Probably 40, 35. 35. So I'm going to timestamp this next one, though. 48.27. Okay. Next game. That's what I got on that game. I'm not getting into props today because I find the props that you can find. I take care of those in the morning. I find I just do a better job of it. If you got props that you like, send them out and I'll write them down. 1:10 p.m. tomorrow Eastern, we have the Nashville Predators and the Vegas Golden Knights. And if you're going to give me the Predators right now at plus 164, I'm fucking taking it. I'm going to look at all the stuff, but why the hell would the Golden Knights be minus 198 here? Seriously, this is an out of division battle. The Predators are just rolling right now. Like if you're not taking the Predators here at this price, there's something fucking wrong. I mean, Vegas could win this game, sure, but plus 164? Are you fucking kidding me? What's the logic behind this price on Nashville? This is just a price play, total price play. Let's go look at the lay of the land here. It's a day game, and I imagine Nashville doesn't play too many day games, so that maybe that has something to do with it. Vegas has won the last two. Wasn't last year where there's two different teams. So I mean, the over has been a bit of a trend, and I could see that. I kind of like the over. Nashville played a tough game against Vegas 2 days ago. They have been on the road 2 days, and they play Seattle after this on the 1st. The only thing I could say about this game is I guess there'll be some raucous in Vegas, but yeah, Vegas has been a straight over team. 5-6. The only game they won, they scored 7, but they've allowed 5, 6, 4, and 6 in games that they've lost in the last 4 and in the last 2. Eichel was on the ice last I heard. So again, even if Eichel does come in here, I still am not taking Vegas. I mean, they're just not looking good right now. There's no way I'm taking Vegas. That's for sure. It's Nashville or pass. No doubt about that. Yeah, he was on the ice, but he's not showing that he's going to be in the lineup. The best you can say is it's a get right. Schmid confirmed for tomorrow. Okay. Yeah, first period over. I like that. We'll look at that right away. What's the over 6 on this? 5.5. Okay, you can get a 5.5 right now. Take the over. Over 5.5. Minus 130. I'm going to throw a good unit on that. I mean, both teams, Nashville hasn't been winning low scoring games. And first period is what? What's the price on that? Okay, money's come in on the Predators now on DK. No, that's first period. Never mind. Over is minus 125. Okay. I don't mind that either. Should be Saros here. I'm gonna do a little. Vegas has lost 5 of the last 6 games. Comes in off of a 5-2 loss to Minnesota. Yeah, Eichel could be in this game, but I don't care. I just plus 156 isn't. I mean, minus 198. I'm not taking. it could be a get right spot for Vegas. No, no doubt about it. Could be. But I mean, there's a lot of places that could have been a good get right spot for Vegas. Vegas goes on the road after this. They have lost their last two at home. I don't like that too much. Going in this game, they won San Jose. And they go on the road against St. Louis, Chicago, and Winnipeg. Central Division road trip after this game. Nashville just beat Utah, so they kind of got acclimated to. I mean, it's Nashville or nothing. Can you help me here? Is there any way you take Vegas here? Yeah. Yeah. Third period goal for Stamkos. I don't mind that. The best I can say is Vegas is a great third period team. I have been playing that before coming back in the third period. They're not a good first period team, if I remember correctly. But we got the over first period already. But I'm taking the Preds and just kind of going with it, really, just at this price. I mean, they're in a better situation. They got Seattle after that. They don't give a fuck about that. It's a crazy long road trip. It could. Okay, they beat Minnesota 3-2 to begin the road trip. They lost to St. Louis. They beat Utah. See, I think the flat spot will be against Seattle, not here against Vegas. And then they'll probably, if they do beat Seattle, Minnesota won. That was before the break, though. So after the break, they lost to St. Louis, beat Utah, which is pretty impressive to come back and win a game after you're on a 4-game winning streak. Vegas. You're going to hang out in Vegas, go to Seattle, go to Calgary and Edmonton. Head to head. Haven't played each other for a while. Yeah, give me the Preds. Preds plus 156. Over first period. Over 5.5. Not at that price, no. Yeah. I'm just trying to see. You get Eichel in, but it's only his first game back. Yeah, I mean, you got to take the Preds here. I don't know how much I'm going to put on it, but yeah, you really have no choice but to take the Preds here. Schmid is in net too. He hasn't played in a long time. I'd almost take like Preds team total over. How many times have they played Saros here in a row? Are they just coaxing Nashville to put in Aston against them? That's been a while, but I mean, it's not uncommon for Saros to play 4 in a row. And they got Seattle next, Calgary. They could put Ahonen in there. No. Last Preds have scored 4, 3, 2, 1, 5, 3. Vegas has given up Yeah, I'm going to take Vegas team total over here as well. Minus 115. So I'm going over first period, over full game. Preds team total over. Preds plus one, plus 156. And I don't do this often, but I think I'm going to split it between the plus 1.5. And I know it's juicy, but 1.5 minus 162. And then I'm going to put a little bit on the draw. Schmid and net, though. Yeah, that's what I'm playing. It's a front part of a back-to-back. Fuck, see, that's what I got you for, Johnny. Thank you. That helps. Right? It is a front part of a back-to-back. Yeah, he'll play against Seattle. Which puts me even more on the draw here. We'll see what the goaltending is. Maybe they get funky here because Schmid is in net, and then I like the over a lot. So I'm putting some on the over here right away. Depending, I think even if Saros is in, this could very well go over. And if they somehow throw a wrench in everything, yeah. Islanders. I really thought they would beat that game up a little more than they did. And I'll put a little bit on the draw, but I like the over. I like the over. No Theodore for Vegas. Right? He's not coming back. Nashville's been like straight over to him. They've learned that they're not going to be shutting anybody down with the defense that they have. So they're just playing very scrambly but effective play, which is really weird. Even Saros hasn't been like, I think it's more the defense in front of him, but he hasn't been absolutely spectacular. So, yeah, over first period, over 5.5, a little bit on Nashville. Taylor's not great defensively either, no. Yeah. Like the people that say, oh, like see Theodore and Team Canada and Bouchard not on Team Canada and thinking that's a good thing, you're on glue, dude. Bouchard is a better defensive defenseman than Theodore and a better offensive defenseman than Theodore. If Bouchard was on Vegas, nobody would be saying anything about him whatsoever. I've said this before. I'll say it again. Vegas has some of the best top 9 3-zone defensive forwards in the league. If he had those forwards to pass to, rather than like Mangiapane, Podkolzin, Savoy, fucking these guys that have no idea what they're doing or are overmatched against the players they're trying to do it against, then nobody would even be questioning Bouchard on. Like if you're a puck moving defenseman like Bouchard and you have nobody to move the puck to, yeah, he's not great at skating the puck out of the zone. That's not what he's the greatest at. So if he has nobody to pass to, you're going against his strengths. Anyways, I've gone over and over this. People don't like. I don't understand. What I don't understand is how people that are getting paid however many hundreds of thousands of dollars to watch a game do not understand this. This is what I don't understand. I don't understand that. You got people that are reporting on a game that have no idea what they're talking about whatsoever. I can understand your fan who sees Bouchard, doesn't put it out, tries to play it out to somebody and it comes back, or he gets caught because he has nobody to pass to, so he doesn't know what to do after that. Or, he's not a great one-on-one guy. So when forwards come out with incredible amounts of speed through the neutral zone, he looks lost. I get it. As a fan person that's watching it, I get it. But people that are paid to know this, that don't see this, unbelievable to me. Unfucking believable. Were people reporting this stuff? Unbelievable. Anyways, I'm not wrong on this topic at all. Not at all. Not at all. You and I will disagree forever, John. There's no fucking way. I'm not wrong on this topic. If the people choosing these teams do not understand what I just said, then you have picked the wrong people to do this. I can assure you, if the Florida Panthers right now could trade Ekblad for Bouchard, they would do it in a fucking heartbeat. A heartbeat. Not even a thought about it. They would do it in a second. These genius minds that put together the Florida Panthers would trade Ekblad for Bouchard in a fucking heartbeat. Not a doubt about it. No doubt about it. People thinking otherwise that are getting paid large amounts of money to know this game, ridiculous. I'm not wrong on this topic. If I'm wrong on this topic, it's only because the people making the choices. Well, of course you're not going to trade Makar for Bouchard. Of course not. That Makar is like another level altogether. It doesn't matter. I don't think that has anything to do with McDavid whatsoever. There's nothing. McDavid has influence, but Bouchard's not on it. Okay, so he has influence, but Theodore is. That's the thing. Theodore is. That tells me the people making these choices are fucking idiots. No, the rule of Makar is the best defensive and offensive defenseman in the league. Bouchard's not going to compete against that. That has nothing to do with it. Anyways, this is going to be an ongoing topic. Okay, let's go to the next one. Minnesota Wild, San Jose Sharks. Minus 175 for Minnesota, really? That's what you're giving me? Fishy line, I don't get it. They're getting disrespected every time they play a game. Minnesota regulation minus 1.5. If I'm wrong, I'm wrong. I don't give a shit. I don't understand. I don't understand at all how the fuck they're minus 175 in this game against. Yeah. Okay. I'm going to move on because I just totally disagree. I mean, at the very least, he's who's not going to be on in the. At the very least, even if he's not on the roster, he should be invited there. I hear people like saying Montour should be on there. Jesus. If Bouchard was a problem in Edmonton, if he was, he's not even close to the problem. Not even close. One 109. I mean, it's probably a bad spot for the Wild here. We'll look. Look ahead spot for the Wild, maybe. Minus 175, really? Really? San Jose's won the last two. Okay, so they won 2-1. It's been take the draw, I guess. Different team. San Jose's beat them twice in a row now. Last one was November 11th. That was before this trade and all that shit. San Jose is coming off a win they didn't deserve, a win against Vancouver after the break, which really doesn't mean much. It's probably going to be Askarov against the Kid. Askarov bounced back and played really well the last game. Second, probably Minnesota's got a much tougher team after this. Anaheim, not even really a look ahead spot, then back to back against Anaheim. Somebody help me here. I would take the over, I guess. Should be Volstad in that. I mean, this is kind of a look ahead spot for San Jose. They got Tampa Bay coming in after this. They had no business beating Anaheim, coming off the road. They might even play Nedeljkovic. Maybe they'll wait till Columbus to play Nedeljkovic at home. $29. It's not a. Yeah. Yeah, but I mean, Tampa Bay's the bigger team. You're looking at these young guys. They're looking at Minnesota, going, okay, it's Minnesota, but Tampa Bay, they've won cups. I mean, that's a much bigger team to play against than many. Like, they don't really care about this game. I mean, they do, but they don't. I mean, they care as much as they would against any other team. San Jose is playing the kind of game that, oh, good. Philly's up 2-1. Sweet. Still looking pretty good for the saves prop. And I get Philly too. So that's good. Coming back in the second. Yeah, let's look at it this way. Okay, if you're a bunch of young guys and you're, San Jose's playing pretty free and spirited hockey, everybody they play against. Minnesota's beat them or has lost to them before in this spot. They got Hughes back now. They're getting a little more serious about life and confidence in themselves. Let's look at where Minnesota is in the standings. Like, this is a team that feels like they can put themselves ahead of the rest of the competition in the Central now, making that Hughes move. It's not like they have to play like a grinded out game every game. You bring Hughes in and it just loosens everything up. Now you can play the grind game, but you've got Hughes there that can control the puck in the offensive zone. You don't need to dump and chase as much anymore. Like, Hughes changes the whole landscape of what your team is. And they didn't have Hughes against San Jose. It totally changes your whole landscape. It allows you to play a much more freer, less physical, grindy game where you're not grinding it out for the next game every game and just trying to out physical everybody and stuff like that. It's amazing what a guy like Hughes can do for your team, sort of like Bouchard. And then you have San Jose, who, okay, they're in a playoff spot at the moment, which, I mean, they just beat an Anaheim team they had no business winning against. So for me, I think the best bet in this game is probably the over. You got Wallstat versus Askarov, two young goaltenders. That'll be a thing. But I still say that San Jose is regressing down the stretch, especially against teams that have already beat them. Minnesota's got Anaheim after this. I think there's enough in Minnesota here to go. You know what? We're 2 points behind Dallas. We're kind of for real now. We don't want to lose to San Jose twice in a row. You want to build the confidence up here. They just beat Vegas. Yeah. I like Minnesota, and yeah, I'm taking Wild, regulation, and puck line. Wild, reg, and puck line. The only thing keeping me off the team total over is Askarov is playing so well. I would consider taking Askarov over saves, depending on what the number is. He did play well again. Like, I didn't think he was going to play poorly forever. He had a little bit of a down spot, but that would be the only thing here. The only other thing would be for me is if Minnesota just takes them lightly again. Like, they already lost to them once or twice now. It's 5-2 over Vegas. You're going against a team that, I mean, you got to remember, this is a Minnesota team that isn't used to putting strings of wins together. This isn't like they did it last year, right in the beginning of the year, and then they lost Eck to injury and Kaprizov to injury, and then they fell off. But it's been a grind for them this whole way to win on a regular basis. And I think if they've lost to San Jose twice already in the last two times they played them, it's time to make a little bit of a realization that the San Jose team, I mean, I don't think they're coming in here thinking lightly about San Jose like you normally would have against San Jose because you just lost against them. And they're trying to keep up. They believe that they want to be a contender this year. And they want to believe they're a contender this year. And if you want to do that, you're going to do things against San Jose. I mean, I don't know if they're going to beat the shit out of them, but I think they win this game. No doubt about it. Like, yeah. I mean, at minus 170, I don't think this is a bad price on Minnesota to win in regulation. In fact, I would like Minnesota puck line first period because I could totally see San Jose coming in light here against Minnesota. Totally. They got Tampa Bay coming up. They just won a game they had no business winning whatsoever. Like, a lot of the time, San Jose wins games. They're outshot, but Celebrini and a lot of their great young talent win by high shooting percentage because of their great skill. But this is a Minnesota team that is not easy to do that against if they're paying attention to beating you. You know, if they're coming in light and looking ahead, or if they're, you know, if they haven't seen you in a while and they still think you're the old San Jose team or something like that, yeah, I can see that. But it was disrespectful to Minnesota, I said. Not San Jose. Disrespectful to Minnesota. Minus 170. If this was Dallas, what would the price be? If this was Dallas going in here right now, what would the price be? Minus 220, 215, something like that. Minnesota should be looked at like Dallas right now. If this was the Edmonton Oilers going into Minnesota, you think they're getting minus 170? No. 200, something like that. The price is disrespectful to Minnesota. That's what I meant by disrespectful. I think in regulation here at minus 110 is a fine price. X shots. Yeah, I don't mind it. I mean, they don't really have much up the middle because besides Celebrini, and the only thing is they may put Eck on Celebrini, so he's going to be playing around with that a little more than shooting. You know, if you take out Celebrini in the San Jose team, what are they? And not saying that's an easy thing to do, but I mean, it's not impossible to do either. If you take that out, what is this team really? They're not shutting you down. They're winning because of because a whole bunch of really highly skilled, not a whole bunch, but they have highly skilled forwards, well coached, extremely well coached, although not very good defensively, and great goaltending. I mean, Askarov, when he's on, will give you a chance to win this game. And if you were giving me like, what's Minnesota getting on this game? Plus 145. If you were giving me like plus 170 or 80 for the Sharks here, I may take the Sharks because Askarov is that kind of a goaltender. When was the last time they played San Jose? That was quite a while ago. They weren't in this spot. You're comparing two Minnesota teams. You're comparing a Minnesota team that was relatively injured the last time they played. They were struggling a little bit. They didn't have Brodin. They didn't have November, December. That was a month ago. They didn't have Brodin in the lineup. I believe they were without Zuccarello. I believe they have Zuccarello back, do they not? And they got Hughes. And yes, I think Hughes is a good, at least bringing Minnesota close to Dallas level price. That's how much I think Hughes is for this team. It's absolutely enormous. Enormous. Totally changes the landscape. I'm pretty sure the last time they played them, yeah, they got Zuccarello back. They didn't have Zuccarello at the time. Hughes, Faber, Brodin, Spurgeon, Middlestat. I'm pretty sure Brodin was not in the lineup at that time. I am not 100% sure, but I'm not sure Wallstat was known to be as good as he is right now at that time, too. Although this could be Gustafsson in here. But I think at minus 170, I like it in regulation. Yeah. Oh, was he in the lineup? Okay. I thought maybe he wasn't in the lineup. So maybe they've just been disrespected for a while. I don't know where the spot was on that. But I know one thing, this Minnesota team is better than it has been all year. No doubt about that. I mean, San Jose had Smith in the lineup. They don't have Smith now. Graf has been playing exceptionally well. That replaces it, I guess. I just think that they're that good of a team right now that you put them in the Dallas range. But I don't. Before Hughes, I wouldn't put him in that range. I just think that's as big of a difference that Hughes makes on that team. Before Hughes, if Hughes isn't in the lineup right now, and you got Zeev Bouillon, I'm not as big on Minnesota. It's not just because he's a name; it's just because he's that good. And it's not just his offense; it's his defense too. Changes the whole landscape of your team. Totally changes the whole landscape of the team and the way they play, and you see it in the way they play. You know, it's a totally different team. It's not. They're not a team fighting to play a grindy game and out and stuff like that anymore. There's a flow to Minnesota now. There's a confidence to Minnesota. I think at minus 170, you got a good price. So I'm taking them in regulation and puck line. A little less on the puck line because Askarov is such a good goaltender. But I mean, San Jose can't. San Jose is never going to shut you down. So if you think anything on San Jose here, it's over, 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 over. San Jose is not shutting anyone down ever unless Askarov stops like 40 shots. That's the only way that's happening. But if they're winning, it's more than likely, more than likely an over. And I still think it could be, too. I still think it could be, but I'm thinking more like 4-1, 4. I'm going to write this down 4-2 minute in this game. Maybe 3-2, maybe. Yeah, minus 215 favorite on the road. That's what I said. What are they going to be? Minus 215? I think Minnesota's as good as Dallas right now. So the fact that they weren't getting respected this whole time doesn't change the fact that they were being disrespected. And if you want to ask, Terry Edelman will say the same thing. He knows it too. So yeah, usually when they lose big. So I'll put a little bit on minus 1.5. We got through 2 games now, but this has been fun, my friends. This has been my fun. I'm staying away from props because like I said, Carol, my wife has got COVID right now, so I'm going to stay away from props unless something just jumps right at me. Of course, Graph, you know, Echover saves or whatever the case may be. I'm not sure, but what's the next game? Tampa Bay, Anaheim. And what time is that on? 2:10. So that's 4:10 Eastern time tomorrow. Tampa Bay, Anaheim. This is an interesting game. Minus 142 for Tampa Bay. The way the Ducks are playing right now, I'm taking Tampa Bay money line without looking at anything else. Like straight up. The Ducks are probably gonna have one of their better games than they've had in a while here. They're gonna play tough. I would lean to the over here, especially if it's a 6.5 juiced. It's juiced to the 6.5. Let's get the lay of the land here a little bit before I go into exactly what I'm going to do. Anaheim does play way better against better teams. And they they dominated San Jose too. It's not like they played bad. So Tampa Bay is one. I don't go too far back in history here because you're talking about two different Anaheim teams. I still say this gets over 6.5. I just don't think Anaheim ever plays a game that's going to shut anybody down right now. First game of a road trip for Tampa, I believe. Yeah, they got 3-game road trip playing in the sun. Doesn't matter to them because they're already in the sun in Florida. Playing against Anaheim, LA, and San Jose, and then come home to play Colorado. Then a 4-game heater started before the break. Went on the road against Florida, came home, out to Anaheim. Anaheim's on a 3-game losing streak, started before. Just got slaughtered against LA, had no business losing to San Jose. Now they're coming up against a Tampa Bay team that is still pretty beat up on the back end. Man, I mean, what does Anaheim have after this? They got Minnesota coming in after this. So there's no real look ahead spot there. And they've lost the last 2 at home. Am I talking myself into Anaheim here? Yeah, last 10 games. Front end of the back-to-back for Tampa. They got LA after this. They just played Johansson, so Johansson's probably going to play on the back of this. It'll be Vasilevsky. Go back to those stall again. I think the big thing is here. When are you catching a falling knife with those stall right? I mean, it's just struggled a couple times here, coming off the break. Okay, got the line for that open at minus 215 and got bet down to minus 190. Yeah, I don't care. I still like Minnesota. Tampa Bay here. Tampa Bay coming off that. See, Tampa Bay plays a very structured game. And Anaheim doesn't. That's the thing. Because Anaheim does not play very structured. They're learning to play structure. They got tons of skill all through the lineup, and they can rely on that and win a lot of games. No doubt about it. Kirkinson scored. Holmberg. Nothing new about who's coming back in the lineup for them. Didn't look like it. I want to take Anaheim. I'm really trying to figure out a way that Anaheim gets it together and wins this game. Like I wouldn't be surprised if this is a game where Anaheim is just they've been kind of in the doldrums. See, what I like about Anaheim in this game is that they have been losing to teams. They have been losing to teams that they're not the underdog to. Seattle, sort of LA. LA is coming off a young team coming off a Christmas break. So, but San Jose, it's like now they are learning how to be considered a good team rather than trying to prove that they are a good team. But when you go 3-7 in your last 10, it's quite possible that they're in. Now we got to prove we're a good team, and we're going against a Tampa Bay team that is a great team. They've won. Tampa Bay has scored 5-4, 4-6. I mean, that's at home mostly. But I mean, even on the road, it was like 8-4 New Jersey. This is an over game. Just give me the over. It's probably a 6.5, but even at that, I don't care really. – 7-3 is a home dog. Yeah, I think I'm just going to look at the over here. Six and a half last. I don't like it. Really. Philly. Another one for Philly. Twelve, 6-1. Yeah, first period, both teams to score. One period, both BTS. I mean, I like the over first period, but I might even play the 2. Over 2 first period. I think Anaheim's going to come out barreling in this game. When's the last time they played each other? I didn't even look at that. Tampa Bay won in Tampa Bay. Okay. Yeah. Second period. You got to remember, Tampa Bay is playing the next night. That against LA. I think Anaheim's got the advantage in the first period as far as after getting their ass kicked. But Tampa's a killer first period team. Both teams have scored first period. Second period total. Wow, straight over everything. Tampa Bay 4-10-4. 4-10-4 the second period over. Why would that be? Everyone just balls out no matter what. Seven, six, six, 4-9, 6-7-5. I'm gonna put a little bit on the draw. They're 3-3 exact score. And Dostal is the question mark. Zook first goal. I've been having a tough time really getting into props because my wife has COVID right now, so I'm kind of catering to that right now. I got a whole bunch of things on the go, but I have been playing. Like I have been looking for them and finding. Yeah, I like the over in the game. I like the over first period. Both teams to score first period. Tampa's got LA next. I really think Anaheim's going to come big here. Really do. Really do. I really think Anaheim's going to come big here. Like, I mean, they're not going to come slow against Tampa Bay. Got Minnesota next. I'm good. Three losses at home, four in the last. I don't know if they're going to win, but I think they're going to come big. It's just, I can't. Having a hard time putting how many, what's going to happen. Anaheim first period, I think they're going to come out hard. I think both teams will score first period for sure. Anaheim's going to struggle with that possession game in the D zone. Like Tampa Bay, even with those young guys, going to play tough, going to play super hard. Tampa Bay's got LA. I'm going to go. Vasilevsky, man. Vasilevsky over saves. It's just Tampa Bay is a good shot suppression team. And they could play a shutdown game here because they got a game the next game. Although they've been going over like a son of a bitch, but they have a game the next night. I just think Anaheim's going to push the pace and they're going to be forced to eventually go with Anaheim on it. Tampa Bay is going. See, they're not a high shot volume team, and Anaheim tries to be. They just played a super shitty game against San Jose. Like, super shitty fucking game. No, sorry, they didn't. They played a really good game and lost against San Jose. Yeah, 42 shots, 42, 28 shots. Tampa Bay has got Tampa Bay's been allowing a certain amount of shots. It's been too bad. On the road, though, 37, 27, 24. Draw and dog. I'm going to take draw and dog. Took me a while to get there, but over, draw, and dog. 3-3 exact score, something like that. Yeah, that's what I'm doing. That's a tough game. It's a tough game because Tampa Bay's such a good team at controlling and such a built-in lifetime system team where Anaheim's just trying to figure things out, but they got a lot of skill. But I'll take the overs, probably my best play. All right, next, Detroit, Winnipeg. All of these games are just kind of what the fuck. Fuck. Yeah, the Islanders did win. Okay, I had the Islanders money line, so worked out okay. Broke even on that game. I need a couple more shots from the Canucks. Should get that Vladar over saves, no problem. So okay, Detroit. Get sixes in this on this game. Not too excited about either one of these teams right now. I already have Detroit to make the playoffs, and I'm not so sure about it anymore. But I knew I wasn't going to be sure about it all year. But they have won. They did beat Toronto last game, 3-2 in OT. Draw, 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 draw. I mean, 3 of their last 4 have gone to OT. I mean, for sure, you got to put the draw in here. 2 teams from different conferences. First things first, you got to put the draw. I've had a couple days off since that Toronto win. Detroit goes off. It was after Carolina. They go off to play Pittsburgh after this, and then Pittsburgh back home and a home and home, and then back out to Ottawa. Kind of funky scheduling. Winnipeg. Oh, Winnipeg plays Toronto next. Give me Detroit. No way in fuck I'm taking Winnipeg here. They got Toronto after this, and then Ottawa. I'll look at the head to head, but I mean, yeah, okay. Kind of over series at 5.5, anyways. Hollaback hasn't played fantastic. So, do they play Toronto right after this? No, they got a couple days before they go there. They just came off of fucking. They've only won 1 game in the last 10. Lots of draws, though. I could see it. I could definitely take the draw. For sure. Try to get a better thing than plus 300. Winnipeg's coming from, that's not that far, I guess, but it is a change of. They just lost to Edmonton, where they probably deserved a little bit of a better fate there. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 straight. And then Toronto not long after this. Detroit heading off to Pittsburgh, where I believe they lost the last time. No, they won. They beat Pittsburgh the last time. They beat them 2 in the last. Home, and then Ottawa, and they're coming off a win against Toronto. As we're going to play Hellebuck this whole trip. Is it possible we could get Calmer here? When the last time Calmer played? Yeah, Hellebuck's played like the last 5 times. I think you could see Calmer here. Yeah, I'm taking the draw for sure. Oh, I'm sorry. Like quite often, I'm looking at other sites and stuff, and I can't see. Where did you post it, bud? 0-7 as a road dog. Okay. Yeah. Yeah. I was already leaning Detroit, but that certainly helps out. Thanks, JD. I just can't take one. I just don't think Winnipeg's a good team. That's really what it comes down to. That's why I had Edmonton, and I didn't even love it because Edmonton coming off of I don't like taking Edmonton after a break. Like I was on Edmonton in that game. I just going on what I think about Minnesota and what I think of Winnipeg. Winnipeg to me should be priced in the bottom 5 of the league. Take Josh Morrissey over shots if that's one thing that's a regular. They they could keep on going with Hellebuck here, but when are they going to put Conley in? Maybe they're looking towards Ottawa because Allmark is out. Maybe they'll wait then. I mean, he usually plays a lot, so could be Hellebuck here. But I'm taking Detroit. It's not the greatest price in the world, but I mean, I don't think it's a terrible price when you consider how bad of a team Winnipeg is. Wings ML minus 130. It's 6. I mean, I don't trust Winnipeg to score. Fuck all. I think Gibson. I think they've kind of leaning to Gibson as their number 1 now, and he's been playing really well. I'm almost tempted to take Winnipeg team total under. That's how much I just don't. Even though Detroit's defense isn't the greatest, I could seriously see them not scoring 3 here, not scoring more than 2. I mean, when Detroit is 1, they've allowed 2 or less. One time against, they allowed 3 against Dallas, but I mean, that's Dallas. They kept Washington to 2, kept Toronto to 2 last game. New York Islanders. But I'm taking Detroit, and if I can find a second period play, I might go with that. They got Toronto coming up. First period. Detroit's a terrible first period team. I already know that at home. Terrible. Like, oh yeah, 3-9-3. Draw and wings. So wings -1 as well. Probably +110. Wings money line split between wings -1. And I lean the under for the game. I'm getting more and more on the under here. I think the under's not a bad play. I don't play too many unders, but at a 6 at -120, I kind of like it. I might play that no goals first 5, and under 6.5 again on this one too. Hellebuck hasn't been fantastic, but Detroit doesn't score a ton. Yeah. I would. That's a good idea too. Take Detroit at a better price. Actually, leading the under first period too. No goals first 5, under 6.5, under first period. I think it's going to be a very under game, and a little bit on the draw. But one way or another, I think Detroit wins this game. So I just don't trust the Jets. Yeah, I'm like I said, my wife's got COVID, so I still got 3 more naps to go yet after this game, and that's not good. And I brought that up, there's so many people that have COVID right now, and they don't listen to me about 14 naps a day, Hymes, and all that stuff like that. And well, now you're seeing the results. I never get sick, ever. 14 naps a day, pants-free living, regular Hymes, no chafing. You will live till you're 94 and not get sick. I mean, I also don't drink and smoke and a whole bunch of other stuff too, but that's minor. Like, that's minor compared to chafe-free living and such. All right, let's go to the next game. Columbus, New Jersey. I'm taking Columbus. It's a back-to-back Markstrom in that. I mean, I don't love it, but New Jersey's just terribly coached team. I'm trying to say it for a while now. I didn't get to watch that game today, but how do you not win against Toronto there? Who watched that game today? Did New Jersey play hard or whatever? I didn't watch the game. Did they play well? Like, I can't take New Jersey ever right now. Like, I just can't. Not loving Columbus, but they did break a losing streak. Allen will be in net. That helps. That's for sure. Helps that Allen is in net. New Jersey road record is 10-10-0. Okay. Columbus home record is 8-6-3. Columbus just beat New Jersey in New Jersey 5-3 the last time they played. New Jersey's on a 4-game losing streak. And they go home and play Utah and Carolina after this. They played. I mean, they should be fairly rested. 1-1-1-3. 3 against Washington. Columbus won their last 3. 4-2, 4-1, 3-1. When's the last time? They've been going back and forth with Markstrom and Allen. Greaves has played that back-to-back. That's right, he played in Ottawa back-to-back. And they got Buffalo at home. See, I think they got to go back to Greaves here again. They might play Merzlikins against Buffalo. It's a division rival. I haven't even looked at the price here. Slight favorite for Columbus. It's New Jersey coming on a back-to-back. I can't take New Jersey. I just can't fucking take it. I can't trust New Jersey to score. This could be the game that they do that. For sure. No doubt about it. But how do you trust it? Yeah, he's probably still hurt. Scroll up and look at my previous message. 0-7 as a home dog. Okay. Well, I was already on the Blue Jackets, JD, so give me the Jackets. Jackets ML minus 118. They got their mojo going too. They got a couple new faces in there. They're looking not too bad. I've been kind of riding them lately, except for Ottawa. I mean, that win against Ottawa was fucking. That could be a game changer for them. Flight was late, everything, and you go and you beat Ottawa's ass. Question is, now that you're coming home, like that must have been a tiring trip in a lot of ways. Now you're coming home, you got a day off. I mean, I could be on the wrong side of it here, but Merzlikins played game before 28-29. It's just 3 games and 4 nights for them too, right? Fuck. Right? Yeah, it's 3 games and 4 nights for Columbus. And a really tough one in Ottawa where they won. Allen's been kind of okay lately. You got to figure they're playing Merzlikins here. That's the problem. You have to play Merzlikins here. You have to. I can't. You have to play Merzlikins here. You can't play Greaves 3 games in 4 nights. It's got to be Merzlikins. Unless there's something wrong with Merzlikins that you didn't play him on the back-to-back. It's got to be Merzlikins, and in which case you can't take Columbus at all. Fuck no. Just play the over. If you're willing to take, yeah, it's got to be Merzlikins. If it's Merzlikins, I'm just on the over. I think it's going to be Merzlikins, so I'll probably get on the over now. I just can't see you playing Greaves 3 games in 4 nights. I mean, that is the ultimate. We have absolutely no faith in Merzlikins at all. If you play a goaltender 3 games in 4 nights. Vancouver scored. Oh, I'm going to get the over in that game. O'Connor. You can get 6s now, over 6. I'm putting 2 units on the over 6 right now. And I don't even trust New Jersey to score, for fuck's sake. So, yeah. So, give me the over 6. Can't play New Jersey. I can't play. I mean, there's no use playing the Jackets now as a favorite because if Merzlikins put in and you still like him, it's going to be plus money. David Kampf coming out party? What happened? Oh, Philadelphia scored right away. Got the over in Philly. Yeah. Oh, Bobby Brink. Oh, they probably should have got a penalty there, too. He gave him a pretty good cross check to them. So taking the over 6. I'll take the over first period, too. And coming off a shitty ass. I mean, I want to look at like trends with New Jersey. I just really have a hard time taking New Jersey to do fucking anything right now. So I just think they're so poorly coached. But that's what I'm looking at right now. Take Merzlikins over shots. He's been going over shots like crazy. I'll goal and assist for David Kampf. Okay. When you said coming out party, I thought like literally coming out. That's about the only thing I could ever think about comp having it coming out anything about. But so he actually got some points, is what you're trying to say. All right, let's get moving here. How many more games do I got here? Tampa, Winnipeg, Detroit, Buffalo, Dallas. This is unreal. Oh, money is coming on Buffalo here. I said that this is where Buffalo is going to lose, and I think this is where Buffalo is going to lose. Did I say Merzlikins? I meant Marchenko. Did I say Merzlikins? Marchenko overshots. Yeah, absolutely. Sabres, Stars. All right, go to the lay of the land. I'm on the Stars here. I, I think I think this is where things go south. Not like forever, but for Buffalo. If I look at the spot, I mean, money's come in on them. They were like plus 156. They haven't played since last year. Buffalo, of course, is coming in on a 8-game winning streak, 9-game winning streak. In that winning streak, they've scored 3 or more every single game. Dallas is coming off of 2 overtime losses. They've only played 1 game after the break. They lost to Chicago. They came, and they just lost to Chicago too. So, I mean, and now they're playing Chicago again. They lost to Chicago at home, and they're going to play Chicago after this on the road, and then come back home and play Montreal, and then head out to Carolina. That's weird. Look at that Montreal spot there. I don't mind that. I think Dallas comes correct here, though. Lyon is out, and they've been going back and forth between Luukkonen and Lyon. Luukkonen's played really well the last 2 times he's played. Head to head. Dallas has got Chicago, Montreal. I think this is. I think Dallas gets her done here. I want to take Buffalo to keep rolling. I mean, I've been riding them since Seattle. But Buffalo is coming. play St. Louis, then they play Dallas, and then they go to Columbus afterwards. Go home and play Vancouver. The race feels like this. It feels like the spot that they lose. Yeah, Luukkonen isn't very good on the road either. Yes, they should be pissed about that. But I don't think they'll be looking ahead to beating them the next night either. I think this is just a get right spot. Yeah. Team total over for Dallas. What's the price on that? Minus 162. I think the Stars' first period would be a bad look. I should just look at these. Lightning. Oh, Lightning away. Oh, wait a sec. That Tampa Bay game I was getting on about with Anaheim. Oh, yeah, I did. They're both really good first period teams. Dallas are 7-6. 3-10-6. I like Dallas first period puck line. Stars team total over. I like the Stars in a lot of ways. Team total over. Do I want to take Sabres under? So. Probably lean over for the game too. It's an over 6. 4-2 could be the score. It is a disrespectful line to the Sabres who have won this many in a row, but it does feel like a Dallas spot. Coming off the loss to Chicago. And then they're going back to Columbus, feeling kind of coming in. This could be the coming in satisfied spot. Does feel like the letdown spot. Feels like 4-2 Dallas. Buffalo's going to be still playing hard. They're still really happy. How much do they deserve that win game? Yeah, they deserve that win too. I mean, they've been out shooting everybody they played. They beat Boston, Ottawa, New Jersey, Islanders. It's probably the best team they've seen besides maybe Edmonton, though. Vancouver, Seattle, Philadelphia's good. New York Islanders not bad. They just barely beat them. New Jersey's struggling. Ottawa, that was a nice win. Boston, St. Louis, probably the best team they've seen on this road trip, though. Yeah, I say they're coming in bad. I'm going to take Stars first period puck line. Stars team total over 3.5. I'm kind of leaning in regulation too. Stars -1. Yeah, plus 100. Stars -1. I like that -1 play. Well, yeah, I know. That's why it's disrespectful. I think this Sabres team, I mean, I almost bet them to make the playoffs this year. Almost did. I didn't. I ended up taking Detroit instead. I mean, if you look at their roster, there's a lot of depth here. I mean, I don't know if I wonder if Dallas realizes. The only thing that worries me about Dallas here is if they realize that if they think the Sabres are what the Sabres have been. When's the last time they played? Last year. That's the only thing that guy has me a little bit worried here. Is if they, but I think that even if they get down, they'll buckle down and take it. It's 27, 28, 29. They've been playing two. They break 3 games. Got Columbus on the road trip after this. Two losses. One before the break, one after the break. Yeah, it feels like a get right spot. So, anyways, that's what I'm taking. No, I think they just had one loss before the break and one loss after. It's time to get right. So I think it's more of a get right spot than it is anything else. Colorado, St. Louis. I mean, how the fuck do you bet this game? It's gone up to plus 280 for St. Louis here. I'm tempted to take St. Louis. Totally tempted to take St. Louis here. Minus 355. Are you fucking kidding me? I know Colorado is incredible, but I think St. Louis is better than this. I think St. Louis now with everybody back is a better than this. I'm tempted, man. I'm fucking tempted to take St. Louis here. Really am. At that price, 783 away. So hard. St. Louis has won the last three. I mean, different teams, really, but Colorado's won 9 straight. They're going on the road after this. I'm trying to make a case here. They're going on the road. They just beat LA at home. They're going on the road to Carolina, and they're going to play Florida and Tampa Bay. Fuck, can you get a look ahead spot here? St. Louis says Vegas. Oh, St. Louis goes on back home after this. They're going up to altitude for one fucking game. Yeah, probably. You're probably right. Yeah, probably puts a draw on that Star Sabres game too. I forgot about that. Bennington, Hofer, Blackwood, Wedgwood. They haven't been playing. Is Wedgwood hurt before, or what was going on there? I keep on forgetting to timestamp my shit. because they've been playing Blackwood a lot. Yeah, I know. First Sabres first goal first period, or St. Louis first goal first period. I can't find that last Dallas's notes above minus 300. I can't see that. Oh, here we go. First period goal. Dogs against team's favorite. Yeah. It's probably the play. Blues versus Avs. First period over. Blues to score first. One goal first period. Yeah, I like the Pearlo special there. First goal first period and Pearlo special. Blues goal first period, Avalanche goal second period. But I don't know if that boosts it up enough. Because the Avalanche second period goal is probably not going to be all that much. Maybe just wait for the Blues to score if you think they're going to score, and then take the Avs to win the game. But I'm seriously, I mean, this is a Colorado's going on the road after this. They got to lose one eventually. They got to lose one at home in regulation eventually. I'm not going to say they're going to win in regulation, but it's got to happen eventually. And you got to find the spot for it. But St. Louis just lost to Buffalo. What was a good spot? They beat Nashville. They beat Florida at home. That was a terrible spot for Florida. They got everybody back now. Yeah, I just can't. I can't get there. Colorado's too much of a wagon. I'm really tempted to get there, but if there was ever a letdown spot for Colorado, I mean, you can make a pretty good case that this could be it. This could be it. You got to think out of all the last 9 wins straight for Colorado, it was either the ex 2-time Stanley Cup champions, Nashville, who's a divisional opponent, Seattle, okay, Winnipeg's division, Minnesota's division, Utah, they barely gave a fuck about, and then Vegas is a cup team. You can make a case that LA should have been a letdown spot too, but it's LA. I think you could make a case that St. Louis wins this game. That's all I'm saying. They haven't did that the last little while though. The first 5 minutes. If it's Bennington and net, I would go the team total over somehow. With Colorado, because I just don't trust it. Maybe go. I don't know if they would win it though. Colorado puck line second period probably wouldn't be bad. Yeah. Goal in first 10. I like that. All right, let's go to the next game. I got to make sure I timestamp this 2:30. Flyers, Calgary. I said it before, and minus 142. I like Calgary first period. Flames ML. Our Flames puck line minus 0.51 P. I don't even need to look at this really too much. Coming off this Vancouver win, which it looks like they're going to win. Calgary's been playing better. Harrison and net. Give me Flames team total over. If you can get a 3 at a decent price. Yeah, you should be able to get a 3 at about minus 120. Minus 120, somewhere around there. Harrison's going to be a net, so I don't even think Calgary can score against Harrison. Calgary's own the series, probably because they've always been on the back-to-back when they played them. They got Edmonton right after this, too. That's another thing. If you play Calgary on coming this way west, the look-ahead spot is usually Edmonton. When's the last time they played each other? November 2nd. Calgary won in Philly. Just beat Boston 2-1. They haven't been scoring with the shit. That's the bad part, is taking Calgary to score at all is tough. But I'm going to do it with Harrison in net. I'm going to give him a shot and the draw. Flames are a good first period team. That's why. Yeah, they have 2 days of minus 118. Yeah, I don't buy that team total over 3 with Harrison in net. Grunstrom, ATS, and Sears Connect me. So that's what I got for that. Go a little bit on the draw. Look, I haven't been overthinking things too much. Just kind of going with my gut. Seems I do better when I do that. And it's the last game, right? Boston, Edmonton. Over, 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 over. The only problem is the Bruins haven't been scoring, but both goalies cashed their shots, Prob. Good, right on. JD and I both got the save prop. Sweet. That's what I like to see. Got the over, got Philly. Good times. Good times. Bruins versus Oilers, I'm just playing the overs every time. The only thing I wanted to check on this game, there was one thing. I know the Bruins haven't been scoring, but yeah, second period over. 2 period over 2 is my favorite play on that game. Oh, Backlund over shots. Okay, I'll write that down. Elite level of shit. Yeah, I can't take the Bruins. There's no doubt about that. No doubt about that. Minus 205 for the Oilers. Probably take Edmonton team total over. Vancouver scored again. Is that Carlson? That looks like Carlson. Can't see who that was. Who was that? I'm taking the over, everything over. I'll take Oilers team total over. It should be Swayman, but I haven't even looked at like what anything on that game. But I can't take Boston right now. They could be looking ahead to this game. I mean, yeah, over. Even if it's a 6.5, it doesn't matter. Edmonton's owned them. Gotta say, the last 4 have been unders though. And the last time they played was in Boston. No, that was last year. What the fuck? Five, 6 game losing streak. They haven't scored more than 2 in the whole time before New Year's. Lost to Calgary, lost to Buffalo. They got Vancouver and Seattle after this. And Edmonton just beat Winnipeg 3-1, dude. I just think Edmonton gets back to their overways here. I mean, Calgary and Winnipeg are, I mean, Boston can't do shit. Before that Calgary game, Calgary can't score. They gave up 4-6, 6-5. Swayman kind of played decently. What's the narrative I'm looking at here? In Vancouver, Boston going back to Vancouver where DeBrusque played. I don't know if that's anything. They got Philadelphia and Nashville, yeah. Is it in Boston? It's in Edmonton, though, right? Jones and Frederick versus former team. Yeah. I'm just going to take the team total over. And Oilers are coming off a win on Winnipeg, losses. I think the Oilers spank here. Oilers team total over 3.5. What's that? Minus. I'd like to take Boston team total over because it's probably going to be Ingram, but they just haven't been scoring with the shit. It's minus 130 for the 3.5. Boston's coming. I think Boston's shitty on the road on first periods. I think Boston's losing their belief. Yeah, they're 3-7-9. And Edmonton has kind of gotten way better lately on at home. Oilers team total or Oilers minus 0.5 first period. Team total over 3.5. I just can't put any faith in Boston. And finally, the final game of Phil. I already did that. No, that is the final game of the card. We got to the final game. Yeah. He's starting to slow down. The team's starting to slow down. Boston, they blew their wad in the first little while there with their new coach, just rah 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 rah, and I think they're just fading back to what we all thought they would be, and they should be. I mean, they really Kostelic and like they had to outmuscle everybody. They had to out energy everybody, and you're not going to do that for a whole season. I mean, I don't see how they're doing much against McDavid and Draisaitl, unless McDavid, Draisaitl, and that top four decide they don't give a shit at all for this game, and I really can't see that being the case. So, all right, time to clip the shit. Pearlo dance for the land. Yay! Hopefully everybody gets well. Get your 14 fucking naps in, people. 14 naps a day. All right? If I know if you're having struggling with it, I got some YouTube videos up that'll help you get to that 14 up a day ratio. It takes practice. I don't want to smack the shit out of everybody too much because it does take practice to get there, but we can get there. You can do it. You can do it. I mean, you start off with a couple, you start off and pants free living, Hymes body lube, Hymes body lube. It's the best. There, I said it. Boysenberry in stock right now. And our new product that apparently nobody got because everybody's got the COVID and shit right now. And that's the Hymes Vapor Rub. Hymes Vapor Rub. Valentine's Day is coming. So get your Hymes flower packages with the Hymes squeezable. It's like a little caulking thing, and they got it mixed in with the flowers. It looks really cool. Thank you for your comments in the comment section. And man, oh man, have you been smashing that like button. Holy shit, because you've been doing your finger Pilates and getting ready, doing it up all your finger Pilates, and you've been hitting that. Tomorrow, well, I was actually supposed to be today. What is it going to be? Get hooked up with Exotic Picks at Twitter. Just at Exotic Picks, real easy. Because you're going to have to get on their YouTube channel because we will be, when he's back and well again, when he's done with the COVID, we're going to be going back and forth on each other's channels. So you're going to want to be part of that. And let's get to the clipping of the clip. Sure. Start off with, again, I'm going to do this quick. Rangers versus Capitals. Is that right? Yes. I got Shesterkin over saves. Been doing me well. Capitals -1, +110. Draw +310. And Capitals team total over 3, -120. Predators versus Vegas. First period over. What the hell did I do? First period over -125. Over 5.5 -130. 1 unit on that. Preds +156. I got it at. I know the money's probably come down on it, and I got Predators team total over 2.5 at -115. Also, that's what I did. I took Predators split +1.5 and I should just go, +1.5 and money line. Don't usually do that too often, but I think this could be close. So I should probably just take the draw here too. Wild versus Sharks. Wild reg. Wild -120. Money or what did I do there? Yeah, wild reg -120, -1.5. Might as well go -1. Split all of them up there. And I said, I think it's going to be about 4-2 mini. So if you want to do the team total over. Ducks versus Tampa Bay. First period, both teams a score, draw, and dog. I'm not getting into because it's already late. I'm just going to tell you what it are. If you want to know what I think about these games, go back into the video. Draw. Jets versus Detroit versus Jets. Draw +300. Wings. Money line -130. Wings -1 +110. I like the under 6 -120. And no goals first period, first 5, and under 6.5. Under first period, that was -115. New Jersey Devils versus Blue Jackets. I got Jackets ML, depending on if Merzlikins is it. I'm putting a little bit on the over 6 now, and I'm going to put more on it if Merzlikins is in, and I think he is. So I'm putting on the 6 now because it'll go to a 6.5 as soon as Merzlikins is. And over 1.5 first period. Sabres versus Stars. Stars, team total over 3.5. Stars first period puck line, and Stars -1 +100. Blues versus Avs. Blues goal first period. And first goal first period, both of those. And the Pearlo special, which is goal, Blues first period goal and Colorado second period goal. I'm going to look a little more at that. I'm almost like tempted to take the Blues there, which is really weird. Am I missing games here? Nope. Okay. Flames. Flames versus Flyers. I have Flames minus puck line first period. Flames team total over 3 and the draw. Bruins Oilers. I have second period over 2 because huge second period teams. Oilers team total over 3.5 and Oilers puck line first period. Very simple plays. I might have more tomorrow. I don't have a lot of people. Power naps can be like 10 minutes long. Yeah. However long you need to take them, my friends. That's my full 42, everybody. Just can't. I hope Exotic is back tomorrow night because I miss you, Exotic. I miss you, Dre, and I miss you, Rico. But I thank you, everybody, for coming in and listening to this fine frolic. Remember, things can change by the morning. These are my leans as I look at them right now. I will have more props and all that kind of stuff. If you want to donate to the Chafety, go to the Tony's Picks. I got plays up there. Pick one. You're already gonna know what the you're already gonna know what the pick is. You're only doing it for like charitable purposes. It's like $25 or whatever I have on there. Pick one of those. If you win, if you lose, you don't even pay. But it makes me feel good on my insides when you do stuff like that. That you are willing to give to the Chafety, so we can bring all the fine lube products to everywhere in the world. There's people that my wife is from the Philippines. There are people there that don't even know what lube is. They don't even know what it is. Like, we have a lot of scaling to do around the world so people can live an unchafed life, my friends. Thank you for tapping the like button. Thanks for all the subscribers out there. Thanks for sharing this video to all your social media and all of that. And I hope you're excited for the new year. Have a great day, everybody. Thanks for coming in. Lots of love to you. Okay.